Hi, we're coming to you from LuLaRoe, Lisa Husted. Today we are going to talk a little bit about different ways to style and accessorize your Carly dress. So the Carly dress is what I have on right now. It's basically a dress that comes just about below your knee. It's cut a little bit longer in the back, and there are literally tons of different ways to accessorize and style this dress. So we're going to go over a few different things. We're going to go over a few different ways to knot the dress, which I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about. We're going to go over different ways to belt the dress, and we're also going to go over different ways of wearing other accessory pieces with the dress, other LuLaRoe pieces, so that will be pretty fun. So let's get started with a little bit of belting. So there's a few different belts that you can wear with your Carly dress. We have the thick belts, kind of like this one on the mannequin here. We have like a medium-sized belt, and then the thin belt. So before I started wearing the Carly dress, I probably hadn't worn a belt in like over a decade. And as soon as this dress came out, it's like amazing the difference that a belt can make on this dress. So here's how the dress is going to hang without any kind of belting or knotting or anything like that. It's just a straight dress. It's got a lot of extra fabric a lot of times. And then here's a dress, the exact same dress, with a belt. So you can see how much nicer fitted it is even just by adding the belt. So this would be considered a thick belt. This is a stretch belt. So all it does is it snaps in the front, and it is stretchy actually. So you just put it on and it stretches to fit your body, and you snap it in the front. Now if you'll notice on this Carly dress, even though the front is more layered, like cut up on a regular Carly dress, this one is even higher up, and I'll show you how I did that. So with this one, here's how the dress hangs normally, okay? So there's that standard dress. I have 2 safety pins. So hopefully I can show you guys how to do this from here. So you're going to find 2 points on your dress, and you're going to fold them up. So you're basically making a little waistline right there, okay? So you fold it up until you can kind of see where your front, where you want it to be. So you fold those up, and then you take your safety pin, push it nicely through there. Same for the other side. Fold it up. Single layer going through there. And then take your thick belt and you go right over the top of that pleat. So now you have a nice layer in the front. And on the sides, you'll see how it gives this nice texture here. Now under this Carly dress, I actually have a Cassie skirt. So you could either wear this with leggings, or you can put your Cassie skirt on underneath. So that is one way to do that belt. With the skinny belts, all you have to do is put them right on, right under the breast line. And already you can see how many more like layers of fabric you have and how much more dimension it's going to give on your body. So you have the thick belt, the skinny belt, and then you could also do just like a regular medium-sized belt and give you kind of the same effect. So besides that, some different things that you can add in. I have this lovely scarf, which is a very big scarf, but you can always add a scarf, give it a little bit of dimension around the neck. The other really cool thing you can do, which I actually like a little better, is you can take a Cassie skirt. So I have a Cassie skirt on here as an actual skirt, and then I have a Cassie skirt here, just like this, and then what you do is you fold it so that the inside of the skirt is actually on the inside, and you fold it in half basically. So now you have the skirt folded in half, but you have like the actual print part on both the inside and the outside. And you can put that right on and make a beautiful scarf out of the Cassie skirt. So you can wear that a couple different ways. So we'll take this belt off because it doesn't really match our lady here. So there, now you have a really nice scarf to go with the Carly. A couple other layering pieces you can do with your Carly is you can put, this is a classic tee. So I'm just gonna put a classic tee right over the top of my Carly dress. And actually I have a Randy under my Carly dress. So we're gonna see how many pieces of clothing I can get on today. I have the Randy, the Carly, the classic tee, and leggings on right now. So this you could actually wear, take this necklace out, just like this. So you have your classic tee, now you have what looks like kind of a flowy little skirt, or if you want to get even fancier, you take the classic tee and you're going to fold it up underneath like this and do that all the way around till you get to the front. Move that. And then you're going to pull like this. You have a nice little ponytail right here basically. And then you're going to take and just start twisting. And you twist all the way around until you can't really twist anymore. Then you pull the end right through there. And you can either leave this little knob out here, or what I like to do is tuck it up underneath. So then you can't see. So now you have like a fitted body. I can't see what I'm doing because I don't have a mirror, but you can kind of adjust your neckline so that they look, you know, appropriate. And you've got a nice little fitted body with a flowy dress, so it gives you a little bit more dimension. And then if you really want to, you can take a belt. It's probably not going to match very good, but that's all right. And throw that right on over. I gotta see. Yeah. So there you're adding even a little more dimension. So now you have the belt separating the classic tee and the skirt. So you look like you have a whole different outfit from what we just started with. Another thing you can do, I'm going to take this off because otherwise, and I guess you could leave the classic tee on for this, but another great layering piece to use with the Carly, because literally I think I found that every piece that LuLaRoe makes I can somehow manage to put with a Carly, because they're such a fun item. So here's a joy, and I like to wear my joys with my Carlys, like so. And then what I really like to do is take your belt, and instead of going under your joy, you're going to go right on over the top. So you have these two layers that are coming together right over the top. So you're giving yourself the look of two different colors, patterns, whatever you have going on, and this belt just really makes a nice addition to it. You can wear the thick belt here, a thinner belt, you can wear it kind of down low on your waist or up high right under your breast line. Anything works real great with the Carlys. So let's talk about the knotting a little bit. There's several different ways that you can knot your Carly dresses. The most common ways and the ones that I have found work the best are what's called the flower knot, or what I like to call the silver dollar knot. Now, I don't have silver dollars laying around a lot, but I actually do today. So we're going to start with that one. You can use like a silver dollar because that's like the biggest size coin I could find. I have like a Canadian loony, toonie, I think they're called. And you could also use a quarter. So here's what you do with those. I actually did one on this mannequin in the back so that I could show you what it looks like in the back, because I love sometimes the back of these Carlys get a little bit long and a little bit just kind of blah looking. So as you can see on this mannequin, I added just a little bit of, texture there. So it's going to give your back kind of a fancy look instead of just hanging off the back of your body. So that I did with the silver dollar knot. So basically all you're going to do, I'm going to do one on the side here, is you take your coin and you place it wherever you want that little bit of texture to go. So you'll put it on top of your fabric. Then you're going to flip your fabric up so you can see your coin here. And with these ones, I like to use these like really skinny plastic hair ties that, you know, like use for like little girls' braids and things, just because it takes away some of the bulk if you use a thicker hair tie. You just wrap that around a couple times, and then you can pull until it looks the way you want it to. And so now, see, you have just a little, almost looks like a sunburst. So you have a little bit of extra texture here on the side that makes it look real nice. Now you can do that on two sides. You can put two in the back. Anywhere that you want just a little bit of extra pizzazz, basically, on the dress. So that's what I call the silver dollar knot. And it's not even really a knot. It's just kind of a different way of getting some of that texture in there. So this next fun knot that I really like, and I've gotten so many compliments on when I wear it, is called the flower knot. So what you do here, I think I'm going to move this because it's going to get in the way for this. What you do here is you want to do the flower knot. It's going to be a bigger knot, so you don't want to do it right in the front normally, and you don't want to do it in the back because it is a bulkier knot. So you're going to want to do it on the side of your dress. So you'll want to start by gathering your fabric, and you're going to want to like sweep the fabric from the front and the back evenly, okay? So it's basically getting all of your side fabric here. So you're going to basically make a giant ponytail out of your fabric. And I'm just going to check my, okay. So you see how you get this like sweeping motion of the fabric, and you're going to want the one side to be longer, and it's going to texture all the way up until you get to your little ponytail you're putting in. So for these ones I use the bigger ponytail holders because it's, you want the bigger ones to hold tighter. So we're gonna, all you're going to do is pretend like you're making a ponytail with your fabric. And this is why I say to use these big ones. So now you can see you've got a cute little area here that's going to be short on one side. So you start with this ponytail hanging out like this. Now you're going to take all this extra fabric and you're going to basically make like a flat pancake right over the top of where that ponytail holder is. So just the fabric that was out on that ponytail. And here's where I'm going to take another one of those larger, thicker, like the no metal ponytail holders, the thick elastic ones. And I try to use one that's a similar color to the dress just in case, because sometimes you can see the elastic on these ones. So you're going to take your big pony, and you got your flat area here, and you're going to find that ball where that ponytail holder is. You're going to pull it out, and you're just going to tie it tight, and you'll have a big lump right there basically. And then you're going to take your extra fabric that's out the side and just kind of start working with it a little bit until you have, and I can't see, it looks good. Oh, okay, yep, the bottom got a little bit big, but that's okay, you can always adjust it. And just kind of work with it until you get how you like it. So there, you have a nice little flower on your side, and you've got some really good texture on your dress that's going to give you more of a body shape. Instead of just the dress hanging on you, now you have, you know, some curves. You look like you have a nice little texture flowing off to the side. So this will really give your dress some more dimension. So that is the flower knot. And we went over the silver dollar knot. There's also one more knot that you can do. That's just a basic knot, but I know some people like to do that. So we'll go over that one. And that kind of starts like this flower knot. It's a bigger knot again. You basically have your dress, and most people like to do this one to the side as well. So you take this one, you've got your big pony again, and this is kind of like the classic T-knot that I did where you just start twisting. You've twisted until you have your end and you can pull it through. So you just pull your end through, and then you have just kind of like a little knot over here. And then again, so that's not quite as big as the flower knot. I personally like the flower knot better. I get lots of compliments when I wear that one. People are always like, oh my gosh, how did you make that knot? And it's actually pretty easy. But here, then again, you have this nice little texture on the side here. It doesn't look like a giant t-shirt. It looks like a really pretty dress that you spent a whole lot of time getting ready with. So those are just a few ways that I have kind of came up with in different ways to style your Carly and add different pieces in from the LuLaRoe collection to kind of jazz up your wardrobe. We're going to be going over a few other styles of dresses in the next couple weeks, so stop back and join us. Thanks, guys.